And it's playing with fire. What I mean to say is, it is experimenting with a deadly new COVID-19 strain as per reports. And this one has a mortality rate of 100%. You heard that right. None of those who have been infected with it have survived. Have a look at this report published in BioRxiv. Doctors trained by Chinese People's Liberation Army are conducting these experiments. They have made their own version of coronavirus found in pangolins. The scientists administered this lab-made virus in mice. And guess what they discovered? The mice started losing weight. They were sluggish. Their eyes went white. And all of this happened after 5 days of being infected. The virus spread to their eyes, their lungs, and even the brain. All 4 mice infected with the new COVID-19 strain died in 8 days. In the last 2 days of their life, the virus increased in the brain significantly. What caused their death? Researchers suggest it was severe brain infection. The intensity of this new strain is astounding, and it has sent alarm bells ringing, by the way. Chinese scientists have issued warnings. They fear the virus strain can spill over to human beings. And what would happen then? Would it lead to a pandemic all over again? And the scariest part, by the way, is the virus strain has a mortality rate of 100%. None of the test subjects survived the infection. The virus attacked their brains and killed them in a week. And we know very little about this new COVID strain. Chinese scientists have only experimented on lab-made strains. They are planning to study the live version of the virus from the wild as well. This would better simulate real-world conditions and assess the real threat posed by the virus. Just 2 days ago, Chinese warned that COVID-19 could resurge this month, all thanks to the new JN.1 subvariant. The National Health Commission highlighted a rise in JN.1 and said that multiple respiratory diseases were likely to spread this winter and next spring. And it's not just JN.1 anymore. There are concerns around the spread of a new COVID-19 strain altogether. This one seems to be the deadliest yet. We don't know much about it as of now. There are more questions than answers, but the fear looms large.
Disease X is a term for a hypothetical illness, one that has not happened and is currently unknown. In the scenario, experts from around the globe are evaluating what would happen and what we would need to do in order to prepare for a virus that could claim up to 20 times more lives than the COVID-19 pandemic.
In Davos, the Disease X scenario took center stage Wednesday.
You may even call COVID as the first Disease X. And it may happen again.
The WHO Director General acknowledges tough lessons were learned during COVID-19.
We lost many people because we couldn't manage them. They could have been saved, but there was no space. There was not enough oxygen. So how can you have a system that can expand when the need comes?
This bioethics professor says the pandemic showed us how one disease absorbing all available resources can lead to other health issues falling through the cracks.
A cancer diagnosis did not take place, with very severe consequences for the people that were affected.
Schukling says there are also ethical questions to consider when preparing for the next big health emergency.
Do we try to limit the number of lives that we lose? Or do we limit the number of life years that we lose? To what extent should we be concerned about equity considerations? Are we just concerned about health outcomes?
He cautions Canada is not ready.
We will be wholly unprepared for this because we are under-resourced. We don't have the staff, we don't have the beds available, so it will be a major problem, obviously.
Anything happening is a matter of when, not if.
Catherine Ward, Global News.